The alchemist of inner stillness, the crisis of the unseen wound. The screen fades in on a man. Ethan, mid-30s, immaculate suit, but his eyes carry a frantic energy. He is standing in the grand silent library of an old mentor, Elias. The mentor, silver-haired and calm, is polishing a single, tarnished bronze coin. Ethan. I've hit the wall, Elias. I run a billion-dollar fund. I have the metrics, the power, but every time a challenge hits a client, insults me, a competitor undercuts us, I detonate. I lose clarity. I react. And those reactions are the only things I genuinely regret. I need to know how to stop the explosion. Elias looks up, holding the old coin. You don't need to stop the explosion, Ethan. You need to become the space around the explosion. I will tell you about the Alchemist's code and the power of the unmoved center. Story 1. The Parable of the Blacksmith and the Unfired Clay. Elias. Centuries ago, in a village famed for its master metalworkers, lived a blacksmith known only as the Crucible. He could turn base iron into shining steel, but he was notorious for his temper, shattering perfectly good molds when the metal didn't flow right. One day, a young apprentice, Rhea, quiet girl whose skill was with clay, sought his teaching. The blacksmith scoffed, I work with fire and steel. What good is fragile clay? The blacksmith was working on a crucial, high-stakes piece. A sudden draft of wind swept through the workshop, scattering ash onto the molten metal, ruining the alloy. The blacksmith roared, raising his hammer to smash the entire furnace. But Rhea spoke calmly, Master, look. She pointed not to the ruined steel, but to a freshly molded piece of unfired clay, sitting near the fire. When fire meets steel, it demands a reaction. But when fire meets unfired clay, the clay does not react. It simply hardens. It transforms the heat into its own unbreakable structure. The blacksmith lowered his hammer, stunned. He realized the heat of the setback was just a catalyst. His rage was a choice. From that day on, the Crucible taught Rhea. He focused on becoming like unfired clay, using the fire of conflict to harden his resolve, rather than crack his foundation. Story 2. The Architect and the Avalanche of Emails. Elias. Now, consider a woman in your world, Dr. Lena Soto, an urban architect responsible for the most complex, multi-stakeholder projects in the city. Her challenge wasn't molten metal, but the avalanche of the digital age: emails, news cycles, constant demands, and immediate pressure. Lena's weakness was her phone. The moment a critical email or an aggressive headline flashed, she felt a physical jerk, the impulse to reply all with fire, or to immediately escalate the situation. She developed her own ritual, her modern unmoved center. She instituted the 2-minute rule, but not to do the task. To create space before the response. When a trigger email landed, she would not touch the keyboard. Instead, she would turn her phone face down and focus entirely on her breath for 120 seconds. During those 2 minutes, the emotional energy, the shock, the defensiveness would peak, and then begin its natural decline. The reactive impulse was starved of oxygen. When she picked up her phone, she wasn't writing a rebuttal. She was writing a solution. She was responding with her highest self, not her hurried self. Her colleagues noticed her emails became known for their cool, calculated solutions. She became the calm in every storm. She learned that the digital world demands immediate attention, but true leadership demands deliberate intention. The deeper lesson: alchemy and choice. Elias. Ethan, you are the alchemist. Your anger, your shame, your frustration, these are the base metals. The unmoved center is the crucible. The choice to pause, to breathe, to simply observe the impulse without obeying it, is the true alchemy. You don't eliminate the emotion, you transform it. The unmoved center is the recognition that the trigger has no power over you unless you surrender your freedom to it. The space between the stimulus and the response, that is the final frontier of human freedom. That is where you win the battle before it is even fought. The philosophy's quotes on inner freedom: between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl: you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Buddha: the nearest a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. Marcus Aurelius: do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Dalai Lama: your mind is like water. When it is turbulent, it is difficult to see. When it is calm, everything becomes clear. A timeless teaching: resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Saint Augustine, or a widely attributed Buddhist saying: if you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. Roy T. Bennett: he who angers you, conquers you. Elizabeth Kenny. Elas. The Alchemist's Code, the unmoved center. These are not lessons to be heard once, but practices to be lived daily. True inner work requires consistent guidance, perspective, and community to reinforce that choice in the chaotic rush of life. If you believe, as we do, that self-mastery is the ultimate form of power, and you are ready to stop letting external noise determine your internal state, then make the commitment to your deeper self today. We release new tools, parables, and insights every week to build that unmoved center within you. Join this community of seekers. Hit subscribe now. Let the fire of life transform you, not destroy you. Your journey to inner stillness begins today.